To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And here we go from New Orleans. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
This is a heater going deep. Big gain downfield. Up to the races, middle of the field. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early. Put a fear of God into this defense.
Extra point by Koo. He's up and good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15.
I should probably stop it here, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me rich.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 3 now.
Go!
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And this gain almost goes all the way for that first down. He gets it up to the 26.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first. Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's second down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Sticking to the air here. Catch made over the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's good for a Saints first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 from the 43. They are throwing it again. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Second down pass play coming. Setting up the screen. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. Third down. Third and long for him here. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the first down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on third down. Here he goes, third and long. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pigs dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a fourth down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Throwing off the play fake. That's complete, David Njoku. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Second and 4 at the 34-yard line.
A give left side. Here's Robinson. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that mark. Third down coming up. So the hurry up here.
A gain of 2 brings up third and 2.
Here he is on third and short. Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now.
They're throwing it. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. We paused here to deal with an injured player, and this is a significant one. That's Bijan Robinson getting looked at after that play.
Got it. Ready?
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves.
That's complete right side. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Maybe on that rapid pay the bills. Now I'm bitter, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your work. My actions been like
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now.
Let's go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Buffalo 18.
He's dropping back to throw. That's completed right side. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down at that 17-yard line.
Falcons, first down. A gain of 27 on the play.
Viking 18.
And the Falcons,
Warriors
first
17.
down.
Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. You've been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what we could call a first mistake throwing the ball. They still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
19 tight. 19 tight. Hurt. Cup 19. Cup 19.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. All right, 3rd and 15 now following that delay of game.
19 Lions. Go.
He's going to throw it. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. The field goal team is out, and if he can make this and push this to a 2-possession ball game. Koo able to put it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Ready up.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone.
Panther 6.
From the red zone now. Brought in. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. Well, in the pass, Brock, that return would have gotten him a couple of yards, but now it puts him close to about 10 yards shy of where a touchback would have been. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
They dropped their chance to get off the field. So let's see if this offense can make them pay. 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
That's taken at the 15. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing now off the play action. On him quick, and they bring him down. And after 1 play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
Give to Williams from the gun. And give him 9 on that run. Now they've got 3rd down. Working quickly here.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
To 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Working now from the gun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And that brings up 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
18, Pioneer. Go.
To the air on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. Oh, the football's loose. And the Saints get to it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Okay, this is one of those circumstances where you got to play it all the way through the whistle, right? Didn't look good defensively. Give up a big chunk passing play, but then you turn around and one hit totally changes the moment.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Williams.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right. right, here we go. Second down. Throwing from the gun here. He completes it in traffic. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Offensive line fast. Shotgun now on third down. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Danny Stutzman comes up with it. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
The Saints take
Third down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you would expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
They'll work against the blitz. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Throwing it on second down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He surges ahead for 5. Make it second down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Throwing on seconds. Short pass brought in. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4. So third down and about a yard ahead as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. Looks like the Falcons are opting for dime coverage for this third down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Connects downfield, on target to Dell. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
And the Saints, first down.
Working on first down. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Saints make it a one-score game before halftime. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14, Saints 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
19, Dragon 60.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First and 10, looking to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Let's go now. 65, 6, go.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
He's brought down by
Shotgun snap, looking to throw.
the second down pass. Williams received on the stop. A big loss on the play. And it's third down.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Third and long for him here. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready?
Back to pass on first and 10. Escapes the pocket. Looking for the end zone and a deep shot. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle of the field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. All lined up and ready to boot this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Back to throw on first and 10. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Another throw here on second down. On the move, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
All set to go now from the 35. Looking to throw. Gets everything he has under this one. Brought in inside the 20. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is from 35 out on the left hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First down now, ball at the 33. Pass play now. He loses the football. But I believe the Saints got this one back. Yep, someone landed on top of that one. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And they'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. This time it's a passing play. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. 70 Lions.
Setting up to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Viking 18.
Air it out on 3rd. Complete over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Guys, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
60 Eagles. Hey, check that. Go.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down here, need 8 on the play.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 70 range, 70 range. Take off.
Here he goes, third and long. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it.
Hey, third down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Looking quickly here. Takes the second down snap. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll throw, third and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them, trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It's a fake, direct snap to the up man. And the fake works to perfection. He's got the first down.
Certainly not afraid to get aggressive when the situation calls for it. Cut the coverage unit sleeping and burned them with a surprise play.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Come on, come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Pass play coming here. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they bring him down. Looks like he got into the 27.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Ready.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
Here we go, here we go. Viking, 18.
They'll run. This is Williams. Shoves one away. Cuts right. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. Kyron Williams, the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. So they'll decline this and take the result.
Young Wei Koo, the kickoff for Atlanta.
Cool, all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll come out throwing. Dumps it off to his running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Throwing it on second down. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Throwing now off the play action. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point of this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
What a hit! And the ball's loose! And the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Oh, baby, that was sweet. They popped him before he could even get started on that return.
Imagine running down the field, navigating all those guys that want to block you. You get free, and I'm sure part of these guys on this punt coverage team, Kate, are wondering, is he going to wave his hand? Is it going to be a fair catch? Was it all for naught? No, it was not. And they get a chance to lay the wood, and they deliver.
They'll work against the blitz. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up second and a yard at the 10-yard line.
Running for the marker on second. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. A second touchdown through the air for Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with two of them in one game.
One touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But two touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. They'll go play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
From the 24 once again, it's second and 10. Back to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
First and 10, around to Robinson. Solid run in here, and that's 9 yards as he brings up second down.
10 more yards. The tackle made just shy of midfield.
Staying with Robinson. And he cuts it back right. And they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this third quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Falcons in possession, and they have set themselves up well to get the victory here.
Ready up.
First and 10 from the 32.
19 tight. 9, 70. 70 Lions. Dragon 60.
Throwing from the gun. And that's completed right side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Let's go now. 60 by 6. Hey, smash. Broncos. Buffalo AC.
From the red zone now. To the end zone, but incomplete. A good shot there on first down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Street.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk.
1st and goal, they go option. And he runs it across, touchdown. The Falcons making a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
It's 4th down.
Desperation time here on 4th. Gets this one to London. And he will get the first as they touch him down. Offense in the hurry up here.
12 yards. That's good for a Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10.
Working on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw intended for Drake London. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. It's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. He's going to throw it again. Bails out of the pocket quick. The rookie from Houston hauls it in. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. And dose of the hurry up here. Back now, pressure coming. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. They are throwing it again. Has it at the 7. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Saints, 1st down. 1st and goal.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Panther 11, 70 Timberwolf, 19 Lion.
From the red zone on 1st. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by A.J. Terrell.
You knew it before this drive started the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Get it.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Throwing on 2nd. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
there's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Saints adding an extra DB. This is third down.
Let's go now. 60 by 6.
Working now from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And this is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up fourth down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Their punter making his way out now. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. He has it at the 33. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. First and 10 coming up.
Cougar 19.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's second and 10. Looking in the air here. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Here he goes, third and long. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Working quickly here. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Let's go.
Throwing it again here. Going deep here for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. And the Falcons will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
All right, this is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Bronco 80. 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
To the air now on first and 10. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up second down. We'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Here we go. 60 by 6. They're
going to pass it here. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Gain of 26 yards there. And that's a Falcon first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Go! Cougar 19.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there.
He tackled
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Big Lion. Ready?
Quick to the left, it's caught. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let go.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he's taken down at the 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
13 more yards. That's another Falcons first down.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.